So welcome to I think it's episode 8 of Full Boar on Tour. And in this episode, we are welcoming Chyna Green to the team as our latest and greatest figure athlete. We are yet to, I don't think, venture outside of the Northwest, but it is coming, I promise. A lot of our team are with us in the Northwest. So welcome, Chyna.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask Chyna a few questions about her background so that you can get to know her. And then today, the format is going to be quite simple. Chyna's going to go through a session, and she's in prep at the moment, so she's going to show you what that looks like, and then we're just going to have a bit of a discussion at the end around her supplementation and her goals. So, again, welcome, Chyna.
Thanks.
I'm really, really pleased to have you on the team.
No, I feel honoured to be part of the team. Yeah, definitely.
I think you typify what we do as a business, you know, and we've known each other for a bit anyway,
Yeah.
and you've been a customer of ours. So, just so that people know a little bit about you, could you tell people about your background and obviously you're used to competing at high level?
Yeah, so I actually started in gymnastics when I was younger. I was a British champion gymnast, and then I also skied for Great Britain as well. I started bodybuilding only in 2019 on a bit of a whim, to be honest.
Right, okay, yeah.
Did a bit of a whim prep.
Yeah.
Did quite well, and then to be honest, from there I just fell in love with it, and I've had a really long off season now, and hopefully we'll be competing this July in
Brilliant.
figure, and
Yeah.
hopefully I bring a package that's worthy of an IFBB stage, but we will see.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and it's going to be exciting to watch. So the first time you ever competed was 2019, is that right?
Yeah.
And that was in what category?
I did tone figure, yeah.
So you did tone figure, and how did that go for you?
I won my regional,
Yeah.
and then I came second at finals.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was,
Happy
it
days.
was a good year. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So now you're going to be competing in figure, and you're coached by Callum Rystrick,
Yeah.
that's right?
Yeah.
So you're going from tone figure to figure, so there's
Yeah.
a bit of a difference. What's the key difference with those two classes?
Tone figure, there's not a lot. It's not a huge amount of muscularity.
Yeah.
You don't have to be quite as lean.
Okay.
When you're moving up into figure, you have to definitely have a lot more muscle. Has to be a lot leaner, harder look.
Yeah.
Just bigger girls, really. So yeah.
Happy days.
Yeah.
So you've clearly fallen in love with bodybuilding
Yeah.
itself, and you're building a phenomenal physique,
Thank
clearly.
you, yeah.
And it's been a quick transition for you. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, you're just clearly gifted."
Yeah.
However, I know how you train,
Yeah.
and I know how seriously you take
Yeah,
this
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So, you know, I think it'll be great to showcase that today for
Thank
people
you,
who
yeah.
think that Chyna is gifted with genetics. Wait till you see her train, and then you'll see that the combination of the two are really important when
Yeah.
it comes to building a physique like Chyna. So we're going to get to it now, and in between some of the exercises, Chyna's going to break down the sequence in her session, and hopefully, you know, you'll get to know Chyna a little bit more.
Where's Da Vinci?
Yeah, they just wanna see me in the grave. Come out the lot in the rave. Oh no, I can't wait. You can read what you sold in the day. I was down, now I'm up to the plate. Got a couple hits, cause you know I can't play. We gon' win it no matter what the shirt. Got the stick, we gon' bring it out the shirt. I was down below the commas. I put dollars on my head like I don't wanna. Yeah, I'm proud of what I did, I'm gonna come up. Yeah, you left me on red, so don't try to run. I want no smoke, then come in peace.
So we're just starting on the adductor today because we're going to warm up our legs just in ready for our big compound movements in a bit.
I was down bad in the basement. I would pray to God for a placement. I was never patient, I was always racing. Got me on the drive, that's a flagrant. Little boy, tell me what you chasing. We gotta do better, gotta be clever, gotta love more, that's a statement. Yeah, they just wanna see me in the grave. Come out the lot in the rave.
On this leg extension, I like to strap myself down, so I use Versa grips just to lock myself in position. It's a really good machine actually, because it's also got a seatbelt on, so it's great.
We gon' bring it out the shirt.
It's silver step, yeah, I was just inside the grave. When I resurrected in like 3 whole days. Hold up on my car, I had a sneaker. I might take a tenant because we the wave. Walk around the house, got drip on anyway. They gon' eat it up like it's a dinner day. Seen a Lambo, claimed it on the interstate. Claim it's nothing when it's Jesus in the stage. On the front and silver, it's the game. I feel my calendar, I'm losing track of all the days. Call me water boy, and I was giving them a day. I was sitting on the bench, they had to put me in the game. I be from the data, they said ice in my veins. So this shit, I'll never be ashamed. Pushing on the breakthrough when I know it's gonna be great. It's time to celebrate you when your family gon' hate.
They just wanna see me in the grave. Come out the lot in the rave. Oh no, I can't wait. You can read what you sold in the day. I was down, now I'm up to the plate. Got a couple hits, cause you know I can't play. We gon' win it no matter what the shirt. Got the stick, we gon' bring it and I'm back. back like I never left. They just treating every song like another check. I'm pulling up to every court and I'm calling next. They try to end me, now I'm stopping my foot on their neck. You'll be surprised what they do for attention. God looks into your heart and intentions. I see you judging in all of my mentions. I'm out the grave, I thank God for redemption. Now I'm taking it a step at a time. My future is bright like I turned on the lights. It's crazy how I see them right through the blind. I used to explain how I'm catching these flights. Don't hit my DMs with
One more with me, one more with me. Don't stop at the bottom.
I'm reaching the needy.
That's it, all the way on you. One more, come on.
They just wanna see me in the grave. Come out the law in the rave.
So now we've done some of the smaller exercises to get ourselves warmed up. We're going to move on to some of the bigger compound movements now. So we've got pendulum next, and then I've got a banded leg press as well.
Bring it out the same. Got the stick, we're gonna bring it out the same.
So I'm going to go try and go 4 plates on the pendulum. I've got it for the past couple of weeks, but I am on prep now. My food's just been dropped. I've now got cardio on this day, so we may or may not get it, but my aim is to try and maintain over the past few weeks. So I'll try it again today, so you'll see what happens.
Yeah, look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood? Yeah, I just hit up Mikey for the juice. Yeah, ain't no capping, I'ma tell the truth. I've been winning for so long, it's hard to lose. Deal, be my source, Christian like Dior. Yeah, I can't start when I'm far, I just get back up. Yeah, I've been quiet all along on my TP toes. Yeah, I can't keep it to myself, I just give and go. I'm a visionist, yeah, you can't picture this. Yeah, ain't no way you cannot work me, boy, I live for this. Yeah, sipping essential, that's the essentials, I'm influential. Yeah, straight from the mental, that's fundamental, on instrumentals. Yeah, speed of the tempo, yeah, we got potential. Shoot a movie like I'm Denzel, running my route to the end zone. And they sticking the phone, man, you know where to find me. I'm trying to get me a Grammy so I can dedicate it to my granny.
So Chyna has just done a top set and a back off set on the pendulum squat. And it was clearly very, very, very intense. But what I wanted to ask you, Chyna, was that obviously you said before how you sometimes struggled mentally getting back into a back off set.
Yeah.
So knowing that, how did you prepare for that last set?
To be fair, I took a bigger break in between my top set and my back off set than I would normally do. Sometimes like you come straight out your top set and mentally you've given it your all. So you're like, you need to take time to recover physically and mentally, and just putting some banging tunes on so it just gets you back in the zone, to be honest. Like you need to, but that's a skill I think you've definitely takes time to acquire.
Yeah, and I noticed you were quite specific as well by calling Alistair over at the start of the set. You were very sort of like, come here and get
I just think like you have that, but I always train with Alistair, so like, especially on big movements, I want Alice spotting me, do you know what I mean?
In the right places, and the people, the tunes, everything.
Yeah, to get you in the zone, because otherwise it's very difficult to give it your all and to make the most out of your back off set compared to your top set. Yeah.
Spot
on. Deal, be my source, Christian like Dior. Yeah, I can't start when I'm far, I just get back up. Yeah, I've been quiet all along on my TP toes. Yeah, I can't keep it to myself, I just give and go. Yeah, I just turn my L's into W's. Yeah, I just told my sins, I'm done with you. Yeah, stay in your lane, don't you pick and choose. I can't waste my time, I got a lot to lose. To the game that we all on, they was doubting us all along. Now we charting in Hong Kong, and they all gone. Bless, stress, play the game like it's chess. We next, that's a check, over stripes, Tell me what's the vibes, what's the moves? Tell me what's the vibes, what's the moves?
Right, so the last thing we've got in today is we've got some split squats. I feel a bit knackered after them few sets, but especially because like I'm now 12 weeks out, but we've got to give it our all to these last few sets. So last big heavy thing we've got is split squats, and then we've got some delts to finish off with.
Still got the city on my back, running fourth down on fire. I'm just trying to put us on the map. From the south, we gon' take it up higher. Spirit on me in the flesh, I've been baptized with the fire. Riding with the crew on time, they say they tryna divide us. You cannot define me, keep my Coming from the mud, refine me. I be in the dark where the light be. Hit 'em up like in Miami. Dominicanos in the field like Poppy. I remember being stuck in the lobby, and I really glowed up, who can stop me? Man, I laid my life down for my family. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2015, I started moving. I remember starting on the finding what's a movement. Started with a couple homies thinking we was blooming. Had to cut them off, they didn't know what they was doing. Months later, everything went back to flowing. Making music on a daily basis, still I was a student. Wasn't worried about the regulations, I just kept pursuing. I was trying to keep my patience, I was grounded, I was cooling. Sheesh.
We're just going to finish off with some delts. I try to train delts like 3 times a week at the moment because you want some nice big full delts in figure. So I tag it onto a lot of my workouts. So we just got seated laterals and line laterals to finish off with.
You can't fade me. Still got the city on my back. Running forth down on fire. I'm just trying to put us on the map. From the south, we gon' take it up higher. Spirit on me in the flesh. I've been baptized with the fire. Riding with the crew on time. They say they tryna divide us. You cannot define me. Came up from the mud, refine me. I be in the dark where the light be. Hit 'em up like in Miami. Dominicanos in the field like Poppy. I remember being stuck in the lobby, and I really glowed up, who can stop me? Man, I laid my life down for my family. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well done, mate.
So another episode done and dusted, and Chyna has gone through her legs and delts session.
Yes.
Legs
Yes.
and delts. So the plans for Chyna in the future are?
I'm competing in July this year with 2 bros and doing British finals as well. Hopefully I've built a physique that's worthy to stand on that stage, but we'll see what the next 12, 13 weeks bring. So
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can follow Chyna on Instagram, and your Instagram is?
Chyna Green 8491.
Chyna Green 8491. We will also be posting about Chyna in the next 12 to 13 weeks with progress updates of her physique and where she is with her prep. But she'll be competing in Wigan for the very first time this season with the 2 bros. But yeah, for me, Chyna is absolutely one to watch. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled.